All right, everybody, welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Today, we're going to be diving into
That's right.
the fascinating world of registered agents,
Yeah.
specifically their importance with Delaware LLCs.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you are interested in entrepreneurship or starting your own business or just business in general,
Right.
you've probably heard Delaware tossed around as like the place to be if you're going to form an LLC.
For sure.
And we're going to kind of get into all of that today and also
Yeah.
talk about
Right.
a really interesting resource we came across that might let you start an LLC for free. So,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really intriguing.
Yeah. So why don't we,
Yeah, let's get into it.
yeah, let's just get into it. So
Yeah.
what is a registered agent?
So, a registered agent is essentially
Yeah.
your business's point of contact in the legal world.
Okay.
They're basically the ones that receive all of those really important documents.
Right.
Lawsuits, official, notices, anything coming from the government that your business can't afford to miss.
So it's almost like having a really, really reliable receptionist who
Totally.
deals with all the serious legal stuff.
Precisely.
Okay.
And that reliability is key because,
Yeah.
failing to respond properly to these legal notices can have some really serious consequences.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Okay. So that makes sense. So why is Delaware so special in this context?
So, Delaware is really fascinating because they have this long legal history that specifically caters to businesses. For example, one of the things is their business judgment rule. And this basically gives directors wide latitude in making decisions as long as there's no conflict of interest.
Interesting.
And, along with this is their very famous Court of Chancery.
Wait, the Court of Chancery?
Yeah.
What is that?
So the Court of Chancery is a specialized court that's dedicated solely to business law.
Wow.
Unlike a typical court, the judges in the Court of Chancery are experts in corporate matters. They're not generalists.
That's amazing.
And they issue written opinions, which creates this really rich body of precedent, which makes Delaware law predictable and business-friendly.
So it's like if you have a legal issue come up,
Yeah.
your case is heard by people who like actually
Exactly.
understand business.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, that's a major advantage.
Ah.
Okay, so back to registered agents.
Right.
Are there specific benefits to using a service as opposed to like appointing yourself as the registered agent?
Absolutely.
Okay.
First and foremost, privacy.
Okay.
So by using a registered agent service, your personal address won't be publicly listed as your business contact.
Right.
It'll be the registered agent's address.
Gotcha.
And that'll shield you from unwanted solicitations or, in some cases, even harassment.
Oh, wow. So it's like an extra layer of personal protection as well.
Exactly. It's peace of mind.
Okay. And I imagine also a service helps you kind of stay on top of all the legal filings and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So they help ensure that you're compliant with all the state requirements,
Right.
which can be a real headache to manage on your own.
Yeah. Especially if you're busy running your business and everything else.
Exactly. And even if you're on vacation or just swamped with work, you know that those crucial documents won't get lost in the shuffle.
Right. No missed deadlines.
Exactly.
Perfect. Okay, so switching gears a bit.
Yeah.
You mentioned the possibility of starting an LLC for free.
Yes.
Tell me more about Inc. Authority.
Sure. So Inc. Authority is a service that basically streamlines that entire LLC formation process.
Okay.
Their free package covers the basic state filing fees, which can be a really big help when you're just starting out.
Yeah, especially when you're bootstrapping and trying to keep costs low. That's great.
Absolutely. But it's important to understand that,
Yeah.
free often comes with limitations.
Sure. What's the catch?
So while the state filing fees are covered, you might still encounter additional costs, like registered agent services,
Okay.
which they offer as part of their paid packages.
Gotcha.
So, think of it like getting a free appetizer.
I like that analogy.
But you'll probably want to order an entree too. So it's always essential to read the fine print and see what aligns best with your needs and your budget.
Always good advice.
For sure.
Okay. Awesome. So we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah.
Just to recap, registered agents, they act as your business's legal point of contact,
Right.
which is especially important in Delaware due to its business-friendly legal system and that specialized court,
Right. The Court of Chancery.
the Court of Chancery, exactly.
Yeah.
And resources like Inc. Authority can really help streamline that LLC formation process, although it's wise to be aware of any additional costs.
Exactly.
Do your research, read the fine print.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, any final thoughts for our listener before they take the plunge and form their LLC?
Yeah, starting an LLC can seem overwhelming at first, but breaking it down into manageable steps makes it much more achievable.
That's good advice.
Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't start without a solid foundation.
Right.
And a registered agent, especially in a state like Delaware, is a key part of that foundation. So do your research, consider your options, and don't be afraid to seek expert guidance.
Great advice.
Taking that first step is often the hardest, but it's the one that sets everything else in motion.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today on the Deep Dive,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
and we'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye. Bye.